Okay, so the hardest part on this kameez is turning the hem. Now there is a special foot that you can get for turning the hem, but this type of fabric is fairly easy to do around hem on. So what we're going to do is, we've started, it's quite a narrow hem, and we're going to take small pieces, we're going to turn this over at like a slant, and then lift the foot and ease the fabric in, and slowly keeping the fabric slightly bent like such, we're going to do the narrow turning. So this is a fairly stiff fabric, and it's quite easy to do on fabric like this. If this was a fine fabric, then we'd obviously need to use either a foot or do a double turning. So a delicate hand is what you require, and keeping the fabric on a slight bend. So as you can see, I'm keeping the fabric on a bend because I've got to turn over, and the turning that I'm doing is actually more than the fabric that's on the inner side of the machine. Obviously, think of it like the circumference of a circle is wider on the outside, smaller on the inside, and we're trying to incorporate the larger part of the fabric into a smaller piece part of the fabric. Now I started seaming this. I've seamed this up to the jaw openings, and where I'm going to insert the pockets, what I did was a fairly wide stitching, because that obviously, once the pockets are attached, that seam will need to be opened. I'll explain that once I finish doing this. And just to hold this in place, sometimes you have to slightly wet the tip of the finger so that the fabric is grabbed by the finger, because it's just a little bit of moisture. It tends to help you hold the fabric in place. So these are just little tips. Shall I tell my story of yesterday, Halima? What happened? Oh, what you were telling me.
Oh, yeah.
Right, okay. So when we're putting the pockets on, we're going to share a little story with you. So Jack and Ori story time. What we call them. Anyway, that's the turning done. Okay. So.
How do you do different video?
No. What, different video? Okay, we're going to do a different video for putting the pockets on and our little story time. So keep in tune and keep on watching.
See you, friends.